talk about? Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for some football? Because I sure am. Yeah! I'm Cobra, and I am joined by Alex, Ben, Keith, and Brittany. Hey, honey.
Oh, you gotta say my name last? What?
You're new, honey. You're new to the podcast.
Nope.
I had to introduce you like that.
Okay.
But hello, everyone.
He's outnumbered by Washington fans. Don't worry.
Ben, I swear. All right, welcome to the hard count. Obviously, the playoffs are in full swing. Round 1 is over. But we had some interesting things come about. In coaching news, apparently the Dallas Cowboys decided to reach out to Coach Prime over in Colorado and say, "Hey, why don't you join us again? Why don't you be a coach? We'll potentially trade Dak Prescott to the Titans so you can draft Shedeur Sanders number 1 overall. But I don't think that's going to happen." And of course, the Chicago Bears reached out to Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers, but all that was rebuffed. So before we get into recapping the games, anything you guys want to add about this? One at a time.
Yeah, about this.
Yeah.
I hate Dallas. What?
We know, honey. We know.
Okay.
I predicted the Patriots were going to get rid of theirs.
Yes, you did actually, and we thought that Keith was kind of a little bit crazy, because first year coaches aren't really fired, like that. But hey, Gerard Mayo's gone. Mike Vrabel steps in, so very interesting there.
When you don't pay attention to everything that the owners are saying to do, that you're lining yourself up to get fired.
Valid point. All right. So, guys, we've got some games to discuss.
Which one?
All 6 games that we had last week. And we're gonna start, of course, at the top with probably one of the biggest upsets. And that was the Houston Texans defeating the Los Angeles Chargers 32-12.
Dang.
So
they opened up a can of whoop ass.
Yes. So I'm going to start with Alex, Brittany, Keith, Ben, and myself, and we're going to talk about one particular takeaway from this game. So Alex,
is Justin Herbert actually a top 10 quarterback? Because what is happening with the Chargers? They continue to blow in the playoffs. It's the Jaguars, the Texans, and they cannot get anything moving on offense, and that looked atrocious as dominant Texans defense.
Wow. That was excellent. Alex, well done. Brittany.
Oh God, what?
Is there anything you want to add about the Texans Chargers game?
Go Texans.
That's acceptable. Keith.
Yeah, Texans just shut them down. They tried to put together some kind of rallying point, but they couldn't get anything. The Texans defense just dominated.
And not gonna lie, if I will add to you, Keith, you were the one who picked the Texans of our panel here. The only one, other than DJ from Newt City, who's not here. So that's very interesting. You obviously knew something that we didn't. Ben. Ben. Hold on. Yep, Ben, there you go. Ready?
That's weird.
Yeah.
So
Discord does that.
I guess you guys didn't hear me when I said Deion Sanders, in order to be bought out of this contract, it's going to cost.
She's here! Ratbird!
Like that, dang.
Hear me?
I
Comment.
jump
Hi.
on a Yinzer.
Did you hear my Deion Sanders comment?
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
Oh, I figured you didn't. So in order for the Cowboys to be able to get him away from Colorado, it's just like Bill Belichick. They have to pay $10 million for a buyout.
But also, apparently, Belichick hasn't put pen to paper yet to North Carolina. Apparently.
No, he has not. So if he doesn't do that, he doesn't have to get bought out.
Have they even officially given him an offer?
Nobody.
We don't know. We don't know.
Oh, okay.
As far as I know,
but
he's on
Ben
the show every week.
Yep.
The Chargers.
Ben. Yep.
The Chargers ran out of charge. I guess they were using the old style charger port for the Android chargers, and they just couldn't cut it no more. Is Harbaugh the right Harbaugh in the playoffs for the Chargers, or is it the other Harbaugh?
It's my Harbaugh. It's the Ravens Harbaugh.
Cat.
All right.
Yep.
I gotta go, but I had to hop on for Yinzer.
Can I add one more thing?
Dang it.
At least he also didn't cheat like he did in Michigan.
Oh, no, we're talking about cheaters.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Have
All
fun,
right,
boys.
Cat. All right, Cat. Well, they definitely that kind of stung. But for me, for this game, the Chargers kept charging. You know, it just seems like every time the Chargers get to the playoffs, no matter what, they could have a 14-win season. You know, the greatest offense ever, and the LA Chargers just can't. You can take them out of San Diego, but you can't take the San Diego out of the Chargers.
Oh, okay.
Period.
My Samsung Galaxy S3.
What?
I thought they were the Nokia brick phone. All right.
Not Nokia brick phone.
Next, we have the Baltimore Ravens defeating the Pittsburgh Steelers 28-14. And Yinzer's just moping down there in the corner. He's sad in the cage. You know, he wanted to yell more at Kat, but you know, she laughed. Yeah, Ratbird's gone.
Oh my
I know,
God.
Yinzer. I know.
Hey, Yinzer, who's going to be your quarterback?
Yeah, he's going to be
definitely won't be that conspiracy theory nut job Aaron Rodgers, Ben.
Why?
He's going to the Vikings.
I'm in my house right now. You don't know that?
Here we go.
Dad's sleeping on the couch.
Anyhow.
So, what are we talking about?
Alex, what's your takeaway from this game?
Can the Steelers at some point get rid of Mike Tomlin? I don't care how many 500 win seasons this guy has. He is not a good head coach. He is past time in Pittsburgh. And who's the quarterback? I think it should be Russell Wilson. But who knows what they're thinking that front office up there.
All right.
Here's the thing about
Brittany's turn. Brittany's turn. Oh. Yeah, she's got to give give me your takeaway on this game.
I like Mike Tomlin, whatever his name is. God, I can't even say it.
All right, honey.
I like him. What? You're gonna make me wait again?
No. I'm not saying anything. I'm just
dang. I like him. I like Russell Wilson too, but I didn't know what team he's on. What's he on now? The Seahawks?
He's on the Steelers now. He's still on
the Steelers.
Yeah.
He's on his third team in 4 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keith.
Yeah, the prediction, I was looking at their call plan.
Right.
And very predictable. What they were going to call.
Okay.
You know, you can almost see it was before they ran the play. They knew what was going to go on. That's why the Ravens were sitting there looking and just walking past them.
That's actually something I was going to say and mention. When I was since I got satellite radio back, I've been listening to ESPN radio, and they've been saying the same thing about Mike Tomlin as you just said. He doesn't change his offense. It's the same offense every year. And the running game is not working. Najee Harris is not who they thought he would be.
To be fair to Najee Harris, here's probably the biggest takeaway.
Also, the prima donna wide receiver Pickens. Why do the Steelers have a bad habit of picking prima donna wide receivers?
Yeah, why? That's what I want to know.
Here's my takeaway on this whole thing.
Oh, okay.
The Pittsburgh Steelers have the most expensive defense in the NFL. The most expensive defense. Legit.
It's not even that good.
Yeah,
exactly. Exactly. It's not even that good. They're gonna have friend of the channel urinating tree, just literally stream this, and he's pretty much he pretty much rage quit on the entire team that night.
Do they still have Michael Fitzpatrick on the team or no?
Yeah, they still have Minka Fitzpatrick. Yeah, they still do, yeah.
You barely hear his name anymore.
But he's on the field.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That team needs to be Mike Tomlin needs to change his whole entire scheme up.
Yeah.
Look,
whole new
I hate to say this, but every single coach has an expiration date. Every coach.
The crazy thing is the Steelers have only had 3 coaches in the history of their franchise. How is that even possible?
Only 2 have Super Bowls, or 1 has a Super Bowl.
Technically 3 in the Super Bowl era. Technically.
Okay.
Technically.
Yeah. Yes.
Next subject.
Okay.
Here's one thing though. Before we go on, here's what it would Mike Tomlin be as successful as he is if he did not inherit Bill Cowher's team?
Yeah.
No. I don't think so. I don't think
so either. I don't think so either.
Yep. I mean, that's what happens when you have famous women respecter Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Let's not talk about Captain Fat Fuck.
Yeah. Don't talk.
Anywho,
don't say that. Oh my God. Why do you say? Oh.
Because it's funny. Anywho,
this game. Brittany has an ick. I see Brittany's ick is Ben Roethlisberger's comments that you're making.
Oh, she hears everything that I say.
Of course I hear everything. You're always loud.
Yep.
What?
All right. Now we
what?
have the Buffalo Bills defeating the Denver Broncos 31-7. Alex, what's your takeaway on this game?
Is Sean Payton a good coach anymore, or is this Saints days behind them? Because it seems like that offense was dead in the water after the first touchdown with Bo Nix. And they have a bright future, don't get me wrong, but they need a coaching change. I don't care if it's his first season with Denver. That was a horrendous performance by both sides of the ball. And Bo Nix looked lackluster after that big 6-yard touchdown, and they just died.
Ooh, that is very good. Very good take, but I'll give you my opinion when it gets to my turn. Brittany.
Well, your turn is it now? My turn?
Yep, your turn.
Bill suck. What?
Oh, she's wanting to twist a knife on me, of course. That's all that was. All right. Anywho. Keith.
Yeah.
What was your takeaway on this game?
Who are we talking about again? Josh Allen?
Keith's got it. Keith.
I know.
What game were you talking about?
Broncos and Bills.
Yeah, it's that forgettable.
Yeah, it's forgettable.
Ouch. Ouch.
Another thing, they couldn't get together and couldn't put a plan together to do an offense. And everything they were trying just got shut down.
Right. Ben.
The Broncos are just like where Washington is right now. They really aren't supposed to be in the playoffs. However, Washington, I think, is more of a complete team than Denver.
Yeah, exactly.
Denver definitely got definitely got outmatched and definitely were shown where their weaknesses are. They're not ready yet.
I will say this. My big takeaway is what happened to that defense? Like the Denver Broncos defense was supposed to be vaunted. If that makes sense. Like their defense was their defense was supposed to be, pretty much elite. And
I think
pretty much
they're overrated, honestly.
Overrated.
I think they're overrated. I think
I really think they didn't show up to the game.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of teams didn't show up to the game.
A lot of them. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to them, and we are going to get to them.
The Redskins?
Because we're gonna get away from the AFC and we're going to the NFC.
Oh, let's
and
do
we
it.
are starting with the Green Bay Packers and Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles defeated the Green Bay Packers 22-10.
Oh crap!
Alex,
what
was your takeaway?
In my honest opinion, this Packers team has looked very up and down this year with the injuries, and then without Christian Watson, that offense looked horrific. If they had Christian Watson, this would have been a field goal game back and forth. Jalen and A.J. Brown were clicking on the Eagles offense, and that defense continues to prove why they are a top 5 defense in the league. And the Rams better be looking out for that because Matt Stafford is screwed today if they can't stop that Eagles defense.
Yeah.
All right. Brittany, anything you want to add?
Eagles suck.
I agree.
Sorry.
All right. But we do have a lone Eagles fan in here. Keith.
I know we do.
Hey, the penalties penalties played a big thing on this game.
Interesting.
It was
very interesting takeaway.
The penalties were actually predicted the outcome. And if either side was going to lose, the Eagles really didn't win that game. They just had less mistakes.
It was the mistake the Packers made, man.
Makes sense.
I hate to say it because Eagles are my team, but they made less mistakes.
Makes sense.
And it was
Ben. Yep. Continue, Keith. Finish up.
Let me just say. If the Packers didn't make all those mistakes, the Eagles would have lost that game. The Packers lost that game. The Eagles didn't win that game. The Packers lost the game.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's all it came down to. That and Jordan Love is not the answer, as I've been saying for the last 3 years.
The Green Bay Packers are just a farm system for the New York Jets, and the New York Jets are a feeder system for the Minnesota Vikings.
No.
Brett Favre proved it.
The Jets are also a farm system for Washington sometimes.
As far as wide receivers are concerned.
Yeah, thanks for Santana Moss, by the way.
Yeah, thanks for that.
And I think Lavernius Coles as well.
Oh yeah, he was a decent addition.
Yeah. It's my big takeaway on this game was this is Saquon really an MVP caliber candidate? I mean, because did he really show up?
Not Charles Barkley. Shit, that's
they didn't use him as much.
God.
Yeah, they didn't.
They didn't use them. They didn't use them as much as they should have.
Right.
They tried proving that Hurts can throw the ball, which he really can't. He's not known for his arm at all.
He's like Lamar Jackson, a glorified running back.
He's a Lamar Jackson.
Let's talk about him.
Light.
No,
he's a man. What? Oh.
Anyway,
now he's a step above Tua Tagovailoa.
Yep, except his brain isn't soup. Anywho, now this game literally came literally down to the last second. The Washington Commanders defeated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 23-20.
They're the cardiac Commanders.
And
Alex, what
Alex
was
goes
your big
first. What about
takeaway on
me?
this game?
Dang,
Alex
Jason.
Alex came first. Alex
see
is
how
earned
it
the
is.
right.
The Commanders had all momentum entering this game. We were off a 5-game win streak. Granted, they were very close wins, but Jay Daniels' offense proves time and time again that no matter how much we are down, we can storm back and win games. No matter if it's a drunk field goal, a last-second touchdown, or a Hail Mary, Jay Daniels proves it now and again. The defense is improving a little bit. It did hold Baker to 20 points, which was his least amount of scored points since week 10 for that Bucs offense. And Baker just looked bad out there, and that fumble blew the game for them in the red zone. So this is going to be a scary team to look out for today against the Lions, but I say look out for the Commanders being Super Bowl champs in the next 4 to 5 years.
Wow, that's a hot take.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I like that. I agree with that.
Yep. Brittany, is there anything you want to add to that?
Let's add to that. I love the Skins. Remember Joe Gibbs? He was the man.
Oh yeah, he still is.
Yep.
I know, right? Now it's NASCAR.
Yep.
Still is. Keith.
Yeah, the game was a good game, no matter which side you were on. It was constantly back and forth. You know, either team could have won that game. It just came down to how you play the clock and how you played the game.
Absolutely.
It was
absolutely
coming to people that was controlling the clock and setting up at the right amount of time for them to set up for the win.
Over.
Right. Right. Ben.
So,
sorry.
What won this game for Washington? Honestly, was the fumble. Yes, by Baker Mayfield. However, when Washington got the ball last, there was almost 5 minutes left on the clock. Washington drained that entire clock down to the last seconds just to win.
Yep. I mean,
that
I
right
will
there
add
to clock management.
I will add this, to the good clock management, and everyone out there is saying that Washington keeps winning barely. I believe it was Dominic Toretto from the Fast and the Furious that said it doesn't matter if it's an inch or a mile. Winning is winning.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Right. Well, look at the Chiefs.
Yep.
You flip the Chiefs' small wins around like Washington's wins, and the Chiefs probably won't even make the playoffs.
Yeah,
exactly.
This is how. Okay, so I'm not saying Washington's going to the Super Bowl and win, but this is how you win a game, and this is how you clock manage, and this is how you control.
Yep.
Remember when the Eagles, the first time they played the Eagles, then they broke that one win streak. How did they do it? Clock management. They had 30+ minutes of possession time. That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, it ain't over till it's over.
Exactly. And now for the final game of the first round of the playoffs, and probably I'm going to spoil this and say my biggest takeaway. This is how you piss away $50 million.
$50 million.
The Los Angeles Rams defeated the Minnesota Vikings 27-9. Alex, what is your takeaway?
The Rams had something to play for in this game. They were in a neutral ground in Arizona where they are fighting away from home against the offense who has been up and down like the plague in this season. They have looked up and down and so bad recently. Sam Darnold came off his worst game against the Lions to lose the first seed, and now they go into an offense with the Rams has been clicking all season with all the injuries, and that defense continues to just dominate every time they hit the field. And this is going to be a really fun Rams team to watch into the playoffs, and they might make a deep run, and that defense is high caliber like they were against the Vikings.
Exactly. Brittany?
Yes.
Anything you would like to add about this game?
Which one? Vikings team?
Vikings and Rams, yes.
The Vikings and Rams. Go Rams.
Okay, pretty simple.
I like
Keith,
the Rams.
I know.
Los Angeles had something to play for because the California wildfires, they were trying to show off and they were trying to make the Los Angeles crowd feel a little bit better about themselves.
Yes,
and they had something to go for.
And let me add to that, Keith. How classy was it of the Arizona Cardinals to allow the Los Angeles Rams to sell the Rams team apparel in their shop? That was classy. That was classy of them, despite the fact that their title sponsor, State Farm, refuses to cover wildfire insurance in California.
There's not much else to sell in Arizona right now.
Valid point. Ben,
they're losing their Walker jerseys. I'm sure Walker's leaving Arizona Diamondbacks, and then they have Kyler Murray jersey, and then they have Harrison, but I don't think he has a jersey yet, does he?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. He still doesn't. Is that all you're going to add to that, or?
No. I was just commenting on what you were commenting about Arizona.
Okay.
So every time Sam Darnold plays a team twice, apparently he does worse the second time around. Maybe they're figuring him out the second time around.
Or maybe he's just not that good.
Maybe he's not that good, or maybe the Vikings just aren't that good. Maybe they're just got lucky. I don't know. But I will say the Rams probably, just like how the Saints with Hurricane Katrina, they had something to play for. And who knows?
Yes.
Maybe they'll win the Super Bowl. Maybe it'll be one of those Cinderella stories. We've seen it many times before in sports.
We have seen it a lot.
That's usually when they got natural disaster behind them.
But you both of you, Ben and Keith, you guys brought up Cinderella stories. Well, for Sam Darnold, his Cinderella story turned into a pumpkin right in front of games.
He ruined his
looked like shit.
He ruined his chance to get a big contract. He didn't ruin his chance of possibly getting re-signed. I would say he'll probably get re-signed by the Vikings, but I doubt it will be as high as everybody thought.
He saw ghosts again.
Yeah, and most likely the Vikings will go after Aaron Rodgers and complete the Brett Favre 2.0.
Everybody forgets that Daniel Jones is also on that roster.
Yes. All right.
The QB room is dreadful if they get rid of Sam Darnold. With J.J. McCarthy, Daniel Jones, and I think Nate Starfeld is down there in Minnesota, so it's going to be interesting.
All right. Okay, that is it for the week. That's it for the week one recap, for the round one recap. Now, we are into the main event, into our bowl bracket. We're going to make our predictions. Yep, we have four games to cover. I'm going to start with Alex, Brittany, Keith, Ben, and myself, and we're going to pick who is going to win.
Okay.
All right. So, we are starting with the AFC because of points and point differential. And of course, we are starting with the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. Alex, let's go. Give me that bold.
Hear me out. The Texans did what they did against the Chargers, shut down Mahomes, and to produce on offense. This game is going to be a struggle for the Chiefs. They have looked rocky, even though they've won by black magic and whatever else Taylor Swift is doing to that team. The Texans have a team to beat them, and I think that the Texans can do what they did against the Chargers. The Chiefs are going back to Cancun and not repeating this year.
Oh, yeah. They're gonna, nice. So you're going Houston on this one. Nice.
Big upset. Let's do it.
Hey, it's bold. I like it. Brittany.
Brittany, who am I doing? Let's see.
Yeah, is it Houston or Kansas City?
Houston or Kansas City? Houston.
Okay, Brittany's going Houston. Nice.
They're going to win 34-17. Not 17.
Wow. That's very bold of you, honey. Very bold. Keith.
Yeah, I'm going to take Houston too.
Wow, down the line,
Houston,
everyone's going Houston.
and Houston is going to shut down Holmes.
Nice. Ben.
All right. See, I want to go Houston as well. The only issue that's holding me back is their past game history lately. They've been a roller coaster of a ride, but you know what? Kansas City, their starters haven't played for 3 weeks. I
Right.
think that's a big, big, big mistake. I don't like resting my starters the entire game. I would at least have them play at least 1 or 2 quarters
Exactly.
before they have a big ass time off. And what happens when you have a lot of time off? You don't normally win. You don't normally win. You normally are really, really stale. You're normally off your game, and then you finally get into it when it's too late. Let's go Houston. I'm going Texans.
Yeah, and
I think there's one thing I think every single one of us is forgetting, with the exception of me.
what did we forget?
Is how Alex did bring it up. The devil voodoo magic that the Kansas City Chiefs keep bringing. And also they must be influenced. They're influencing the zebras so hard
The zebra.
that the refs are rigging those games for them.
Why
And I hate to say it. I hate to say it. Roger Goodell wants his narrative. He wants Kansas City. He wants Kansas City going to the AFC Championship game. So with that, I am going Kansas City. Unfortunately.
Come on, Jason.
All right. Now, next game. This is the game of the playoffs in everyone's opinion.
Oh my god.
Everyone I've talked to considers this the game of the Super Bowl. Whoever wins this is going to Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and that is the Baltimore Ravens versus the Buffalo Bills. Alex, we're starting with you.
Even though the Ravens have looked bad recently, I get it. They've been bad defenses recently. I think the Bills can go into home, win in the cold, and get it done. Because my concern about the Ravens is the kicking game. Justin Tucker has looked bad this year. If they have to rely on him to kick a 50-yard kick to win the game, I'm guaranteeing you he might miss that kick. It's going to be windy. It's going to be stony in Buffalo. Josh Allen, this is his time to actually go all the way. So give me the Bills.
Oh no, a kicker struggling in Buffalo. Where have I seen that before?
Yeah, where have you seen Jason?
Brittany.
Yeah.
Who are you picking?
Go Ravens. That's what I'm picking.
I know why she's doing it.
Why am I doing that?
Keith.
You can't talk now?
They're in New York though. In New York, and they're Baltimore is not playing on their field. If they were playing on their field, I'd go for the Ravens, but they're playing in New York, and New York has got their fan base going to help them out.
The Bills Mafia.
Whatever about the Bills.
Keith is definitely going Buffalo.
Yeah.
Ben.
Is that team
as much to my disdain, I am going to choose the Ravens.
Yes, thank you, Ben.
Woo! Let me tell you why. It's not because of Lamar Jackson.
It's because of Derrick Henry.
It's because of Derrick Henry.
I love him.
Yep.
If they put the ball in his hands,
he's gonna kill it.
And just let them run the freaking ball.
Exactly.
They will win this game.
I agree.
Yeah, but I don't think the coach teams are going to let them do that. They're not going to put the plays out there like they should.
That, and I will add this, with my pick, because I'm going with the Bills. The one thing I think a lot of people are forgetting is that when the last time the Bills and the Ravens faced off against each other, the Bills were actually injured. Were actually injured on defense. No Matt Milano, no Matt Milano, they were missing at least four edge rusher and linebackers. Their secondary wasn't really as stout as it is
How long
now.
ago was this?
Yeah, how long ago?
Week 5, I think. It was 35
Yeah,
to 10.
this is week
Baltimore blew 'em out
5.
of the water.
Week 5.
Yeah, this is week 5, and Baltimore
Been
blew
a
them out.
long time ago.
Yeah. Buffalo has
Been a
had
long
time to
time ago.
recover.
We have two
Buffalo
different
has had
teams.
time. Yeah.
Baltimore
This is two
is running
different.
on.
Yeah.
Baltimore's
again-
running on all cylinders right now.
So is Buffalo.
Oh,
The
Buffalo.
only
did
issue
not
that
drop down
the
as
only
main.
issue
Only issue is that Buffalo doesn't have their rookie running back Ray Davis, and that Baltimore doesn't have Zay Flowers. But I still think
Flowers
it's going to be a close contest.
Isn't Zay Flowers out or is he doubtful?
He's
doubtful.
All right. Next, we're going to the NFC. The
Yeah.
Detroit Lions face off against the Washington Commanders.
Redskins.
Alex. Yep.
As much as I hate that I want to pick my team so badly,
Like
I
your
do
team,
not think
God.
we can handle the Detroit Lions offense. They've been
What?
cooking. The Lions offense has been destroying teams by 40-plus points all season long. They're healthy now. They're getting David Montgomery back. Our defense cannot stop David Montgomery in this game. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to pick the Lions in this game. Even though I do want the big upset, and no one sees in the playoffs anymore, I don't think we can handle the Lions tonight.
Boo.
Yeah. Brittany, I don't have to ask. You're going Washington.
Yeah,
Don't
I'm
have
going
to
Washington. 42 to freaking 3. No, I don't know.
Keith.
Hey, I got the right act last time I took against the Washington, so I'm gonna go Washington this time.
Yay! Thanks,
Ben.
All right. So, Alex, I have hope. So here's the rundown here. Both teams love going for it on fourth down.
Oh yeah.
Washington is 26 for 28 or 25 for 28 or something like that for fourth downs. They have a ridiculous turnover rate on fourth down. The Lions, their head coach
is awesome.
Gets what the fuck? Why are we talking about him? No, he's not.
I don't
awesome.
know. Why are we talking about him?
No, we're not talking about the Lions coach being awesome. No.
What's his name again?
Dan Campbell.
Oh, there you go.
So
the battle of the Dans.
He gambles way too much on his fourth downs. What happened to him last season in the playoffs? He gambled too much on his fourth downs and gave up too many points, and they lost. I feel like it's going to come down to a fourth down battle, and Washington's going to win this battle because, one, Goff doesn't have the legs, and Goff sometimes has his Daniel Jones moments. And I feel like Luvu is going to put some pressure in on that
Luvu,
quarterback,
he's awesome.
and I feel like he's going to throw an interception to at least
exactly.
either Lattimore or Sandstro is going to get an interception, and one of those interceptions he's going to at least throw.
Yep,
Goff
and that's the reason why
that's
the reason why I'm also going Washington as well.
Oh, you are?
Wow. He's going to throw 2 interceptions and 1 pick six. Book it.
Look, Jared Goff is shaky
Is that the one that wears
in the
the
playoffs.
mascara?
Yeah, Jared. No, that's Derek Carr.
He had that one game where he threw 4 interceptions.
Yeah, again,
and that wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, that was not long ago.
They say in the regular season it's not easy beating Goff, but in the playoffs it's very easy beating Goff.
Is it?
And the final, and of course the final game of this round of the playoffs, the Philadelphia Eagles facing off against the LA Rams. Alex.
Go Rams.
Even though the Eagles have looked good in the postseason, they played a very beat-up Packers team. Without Christian Watson, the very vulnerable Jordan Love coming off the shoulder injury, and a defense that was not good at all. The Rams have a step above defense that the Packers did, and they have a better offense than the Eagles, in my personal opinion. And I think with them with the finals going on still, I think they're still going to have fire on their ass to beat the Eagles and go to the championship game, to hopefully go back to the Super Bowl, to give them the Rams in a another big upset.
All right. Brittany?
Yes.
Rams or Eagles?
The Rams.
Nice.
The score is
Keith.
going to be. Wait, what?
What's your score then? What's your score prediction?
The score is going to be, let's see, 34 to, I don't know, 20 something.
27.
27. There you go.
All right. Keith, I don't have to ask.
Really?
I don't.
I know that as long as Eagles show up and they play decently, they're going to just obliviate them.
All right. Ben?
I'm going with the upset with the Rams because, one, you have more experience with the coach. Sean McVay has more experience in the playoffs. He has a he has a Super Bowl ring. Matt Stafford, let me not get started on Matt Stafford. That dude is probably he's very, very underrated. I'm not gonna say he's a top 5 all time.
He's Stat Patford. That's what he is.
But I would say that if it wasn't for him being on the Lions and having the shit show that he's had with the Lions, he's had Calvin Johnson on that team, man. Like, he probably would have had at least 4 Super Bowls already. He's that good. I'm going to go with the Rams with the experience. You got Newton, Puka. You got fucking.
Oh yeah, Puka.
You have You have Cooper.
Oh yeah,
Cooper Cup. I mean,
Cup.
And then that defense, man. That defensive line is no joke. I don't see Saquon Barkley breaking off any big runs.
Yeah, screw him. It's like,
I really see an upset. The Eagles fans are a little testy. They're a little arrogant.
Yeah, they're all arrogant.
Too many trash talking going on where they think they're just going to run over the Rams. I don't think they're going to run the Rams over. I still think the Rams, like I said, they're still playing with heart. They're still playing with guts. They're playing for LA right now, and they're playing for the Wildfires. I will not be surprised if the Eagles get blown out 30-10.
Yep. And that's why I'm agreeing. That is definitely why I'm agreeing with you, Ben. The Rams are playing for the victims of the wildfires. They're playing with miles and miles of heart. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
And that is it for our bold bracket.
That's it.
Yep. Which, of course, was brought to you by.
Either. Sorry about that.
It's all right. All right. Our bold bracket was brought to you by Fanatics.
Derpity derp.
Yep. Fanatics.com is unfortunately the only place where you could properly gear up for the playoffs.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, because they have every league covered: the NFL, the NBA, NCAA, MLB, NHL.
I can buy it on the Commander's website. I don't care.
Yeah, but it goes through the Fanatics. However,
it's going through the same company.
Yep. However, use our affiliate link in the bio wherever you get your podcasts. Show the channel some love. Grab yourself a jersey. Grab yourself a hat. Support your team. Support your team in the playoffs. Or if they haven't made the playoffs, why don't you buy yourself a limited edition trash can to wipe away the tears of your elimination for the playoffs.
And go buy some Bootios on the website.
The Bootios.
And
yep, on WWE, they're bootylicious. All right,
bootylicious.
Fanatics.
Inappropriate.
All right, that is it for the hard count. I want to give, of course, a special shout out to our other podcasts. We have Biscuits and Penalties going on. Dirt and Turf and The Lap Down Season 2 will be coming later this year. And of course, on February 2nd, we have
Lap Down will be coming up very shortly, actually.
Oh, nice. Thank you, Ben. And of course, the wrestling podcast, the Social Slam podcast.
I gotta
will be
join
coming
that.
February 2nd.
February 2nd.
At February 2nd, Alex and Greg of the Lap Down will be heading into the ring. We'll be joined by
appearances as well.
Yeah, and other people will be making appearances as well, like Newt City. And of course, for our debut episode, we are going to be joined by influencer Heel Josh.
What?
Yep, we have a
I've
special
never heard
guest.
of this guy.
Yeah, who's this guy?
He's on Twitch. He's on TikTok. He has over 4,000 subscribers. So give a listen out. That is the Social Slam podcast, February 2nd. Alex will definitely be there. I will be there.
I'll be there.
And Greg and the Lap Down will be there.
What?
All right.
There I said.
And of course, got to thank our other affiliates as well. We got to thank Bulletproof Coffee, Dr. Squatch, Sleeves, W Energy, Duke Cannon Supply Company, Fubo TV, Century PC, Smackin' Sunflower Seeds, Raw Nutrition, and Fanatics. All those affiliates are in our bio wherever you get your podcasts. We're also on YouTube. And unfortunately, as of right now, our TikTok will be
board day.
Yep. Our TikTok will be unfortunately suspended because of the United States Supreme Court. Those assholes.
What? Why?
So
let's hope when Trump gets in, let's hope maybe
oh
we
my God,
pass a bill so it could get
maybe that'll be the only good thing the famous women respecter will do.
Oh my God.
All right.
Crossed.
Anywho, that's enough.
Well,
this is that is the hard count. I'm Cobra, and on behalf of Brittany, Alex, Ben, Keith, and Kat,
We'll have
see you on the field.